Alrighty, it is Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026. I am Peaches, and FJ, he's still here in the studio from the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem.
I just like hanging out.
Oh, your mic's not even on. There we go.
Hey.
There you go.
I just like hanging out a lot.
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's a fun place to hang out, the K-Bear 101 studio. You were telling me an awful story, how cars are just unreliable.
You know, it's a tragic day, or yesterday was a tragic day. My poor Subaru, it didn't make it. The transmission gave up on me. I was worried I wasn't going to make it all the way here.
I feel like that car was older than me.
Not quite, but it was getting there.
It looked like it.
It was 24 years old.
Okay. So it's older than Maddie, and Maddie must be devastated down the hall because
she was pretty bummed.
She's the ultimate Subaru fan. She has two of them.
I know. She tried to sell me one of them.
Sell you the old one?
Yeah.
Of course she would.
I told her I would pass on that.
Oh, yeah. That's part of Mad Dog history right there.
I don't want another old Subaru.
Right. So you told me right as you walked in, right before we started the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem earlier today, you walked in and you said, hey, we're going to play a game tomorrow called Will Peaches Fit?
It's going to be so fun.
And I really want to know, do you want to keep it a surprise on what kind of car it is?
Oh, no. We can talk about it. That way you can look it up and physically prepare for what you're going to be getting into,
Dude,
literally.
I've been dealing with a whole bunch of back issues. So me trying to squeeze into something small, I don't know. But I guess we'll have to find out.
It's a Hyundai Accent, a little hatchback.
Hyundai Accent. I know there's like the Hyundai Veloster. Is that what it's called?
Those are also teeny.
Yeah. My ex's brother used to drive one of those, and we went to a place called Stacked years ago.
They didn't make you get in the backseat, did they?
No, but they made me get in the passenger seat, and that was bad enough.
Yeah.
Okay, the Hyundai Accent isn't all that bad. It looks like it's stereotypical, just...
It is taller than the Velociter.
It looks like a Toyota Camry. It looks like a generic car that you would see in a game or something like that.
Oh, you're not looking at the hatchback, though. You're looking at the four-door sedan.
Hyundai Accent hatchback. Oh, geez, this is a totally different vehicle. What is this? What made you get this?
It's a good price point.
I was going to say, what year did you get?
It's a 2008.
2008 Hyundai Accent hatchback. It looks even smaller.
I'm telling you, this is going to be so fun.
Jeff, come on, dude. Like this thing.
We're going to have a good time with this.
This looks like a little RC car.
Yeah.
There was a listener by the name of Dakota that his friend owns a smart car. And we were going to try to fit me in that too, but he's down in Pocatello.
The smart car is probably just a little smaller.
You've seen the video of Shaq and John Cena trying to get into a smart car with each other. I feel like that's what we're going to look like, just fatter versions, trying to get into the Hyundai Accent. We're going to have to record this whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to take it for a loop around.
We're going to get Maddie in on this because she might fit in the back seat.
She's 5'0", nothing. Her girlfriend's even tinier. We could just put her behind us.
One of them can get in the hatchback.
Sure. Are there even seats back there?
Yeah.
Dude, why do car manufacturers put seats back there? There's not even a door.
Well, no.
What's the whole point?
The seat leans forward. You climb in.
The seat leans forward. You climb in. What a dumb way to get into a vehicle.
I'm not getting back there.
That is so idiotic, dude. Why do car manufacturers do this kind of thing? This is what makes me so upset. There's never enough room for anybody in the back seat. Unless you're
not
Lieutenant Dan and you have no legs and you're fine, then you're fine. But anybody, even normal height, like Victor's height, you're telling me that if you go on a road trip and some jerk decides to bring this stupid car and goes, hey, this is our only option, you're telling me you would have to put the driver's seat all the way forward, lean it forward, have Victor get in the back there, and then bring the seat back, and it's just a claustrophobic nightmare during the whole trip.
I think it would be geniusly fun.
Why? You're not the guy in the back seat.
Exactly.
This is the dumbest thing, dude. Okay, a 2008 Hyundai Accent hatchback. I guess we'll find out. Will Peaches fit at some point tomorrow? Is that when you're bringing the car here?
Yes, it will.
How did you get here today? Did someone drop you off?
I'm in my brother's truck.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll record the whole thing, get a video going, and we'll post it on the K-Bear 101 social media platforms at K-Bear 101 FM. Why is it that I'm gone for one day and this place turns into a giant mess? I mean, there's stuff all over the counter. The mess has leaked over to the Z103 studio. It feels like they just took everything out of the station vehicles and then just brought them into either this studio or the Z studio and just chucked them in here. And I think somebody broke Victor's light, or I'm just now noticing the bottom of it is completely coming off. We were sitting here doing that last break, me and FJ, and we're like, why is one of the lights flashing? And I turn around, and sure enough, the entire rod light that's in the corner is just glitching out. It's supposed to be red, solid red, and it kept turning blue, like almost like a cop car was behind us. I thought Lieutenant Crane was making this awesome WWE style entrance into the studio from somewhere small, like a mouse hole, because you know how small Lieutenant Crane is. I just had to unplug the light. Usually with these lights, you can just tap them a little bit and they'll go back to normal. No, not this one. And it was almost like it was on a sensor to where every time he talked, it would just change colors. I wonder if Victor did that on purpose because he saw I took the day off yesterday. He was like, oh, Peaches, that jerk, taking days off. I wish I was doing the same thing. So then he decides to take today off and, try pulling a prank on me. I didn't talk about this on the air. I don't think Victor did either. The last time Victor was out, I changed the desktop wallpaper to be James Blunt just making a dumb face on stage. I believe it was on America's Got Talent when he was singing Monsters with that Ian Tongi guy. And yeah, they were singing Monsters together. And James Blunt makes the worst facial expressions when he sings. And if you know Victor by now, if you've listened to the show, you know how much he hates James Blunt. I don't mind James Blunt. I think he's actually pretty good. But for some reason, Victor just hates him. So I changed the desktop wallpaper in here, and Victor quickly changed it after that to some like Tool album art. Of course, that was his one excuse to put Tool here into the studio, and so I figured the whole light situation is his way to get back to me. It's Peach's Pit Party right here on K-Bear 101. I've never heard of this band before. I was like, who's this? When they popped up on the playlist here, Violent Vera, False Reaction. K-Bear 101, that's right. I was supposed to yell at Victor today because he lined up the wrong giveaway that we were supposed to do. He even has access to the Google Calendar. I'm no longer in charge of the promotions here on K-Bear 101. Victor is. I'm in charge of the promotions over on Z103. I have taken over Z103, Throwback 103, and Vibes 103. So I've been showing Victor how to do certain things around here. And he already messed the first thing up. We were supposed to give away tickets to another show, but then I saw over the weekend that he scheduled a post that we're giving away tickets to go see Theory of a Deadman and Sevendust, which we do have tickets for. So I figured, okay, cool. But I called him and he was like, oh, no big deal. No big deal at all. It's like, dude, look at the calendar. Look at the KCVI promotions calendar. We're giving away tickets all this week to go see Sevendust in Theory of a Deadman, September 23rd. 3 months from now. It's coming up fast. Oh, man, that means September 23rd will be here. Then October, that'll be fall. And then winter will be here. And then it'll be 2027. Disgusting. Anyway. We're giving away those tickets all this week. How are we giving those away? Is it in the liners? Maybe I should have had that pulled up. Where are my liners at? Did he update these too? Yeah, he did. Okay, so he did one thing right. Sevendust in Theory of a Deadman Coming to the Mountain America Center, September 23rd. There we go. Okay, tickets are on sale now. So, of course, you can buy them, but you can't beat going for free. Listen for back-to-back tracks from either headliner, like 2 Sevendust tracks in a row, or 2 Theory of a Dead Man songs in a row. Then be caller 20 when you do, and we're sending you and a friend to the show. I wish Victor told me that it was back-to-back tracks, so I'll be doing that at some point this afternoon on Peach's Pit Party. You know how with the Gen Z crowd, everything is maxing, looks maxing. What else is there? I mean, I was reading this article about this new workplace trend making the rounds called friction maxing. And before you roll your eyes, it's actually not as dumb as it sounds. The idea is that instead of avoiding every difficult conversation, awkward situation, or challenging task at work, you just lean into them. You build the kind of skills that AI can't easily replace. Things like communication, problem solving, teamwork, dealing with actual humans. Makes a lot of sense, right? Because anybody can send an email. I mean, I use ChatGPT sometimes to make my email nicer. Anybody can ask ChatGPT a question, but not everybody can handle an upset customer, solve a problem on the fly, build a relationship with somebody face to face. Those are skills that stick with you. And speaking of working with people, this week's Hire East Idaho Job of the Week is with Vern's Radio Shack Electronics Store in Idaho Falls. They're looking for a friendly, dependable sales associate who enjoys technology, electronics, and helping customers find the right solutions. That's the kind of job where people skills matter. You can know all about gadgets and electronics, but you've still got to connect with customers, help them figure out what they actually need. So if you're looking for a fulfilling career in that industry, check it out. Visit the newly redesigned HireEastIdaho.com to apply for this opportunity and browse hundreds of other openings from employers across East Idaho. Hire East Idaho, connecting people with opportunity. Now, Bill Murray featuring Jeremy from A Day to Remember, Always Let You Down on K-Bear 101. I cannot believe it. Giannis Antetokounmpo got traded to the Miami Heat last night. Last night, my friend Christian and I, we were talking all about NBA moves and how it's really just a player carousel now. If players don't want to play for a certain team, they'll just refuse to do so. They want $200 million in the span of 3 years. It's utterly ridiculous. Giannis Antetokounmpo going to the Miami Heat, teaming up with Bam Adebayo. He what's it called? The Heat traded away like all their players. Tyler Hero. I don't know how you say this guy's name. Jaime Jaquez Jr. Is that how you say it? Bunch of other players, a bunch of picks traded in that package to Milwaukee. Wow. Big move there. Lionel Messi, the legendary soccer superstar from Argentina, has officially broken the all-time men's World Cup record by scoring his 17th career tournament goal against Austria. Yesterday, Messi missed an early penalty kick, but totally redeemed himself later in the first half with a left-footed strike past the goalkeeper. He has scored all of Argentina's goals during this World Cup, 5 goals in 2 games, while Messi and the Argentinians are celebrating now. Messi's record is already under major threat from 27-year-old Kylian Mbappe from France, who already has 14 World Cup goals and is on pace to easily blast past Messi's number in the near future. In college basketball news, Michigan is only going to get one NCAA men's basketball championship with Coach Dusty May. He's leaving the school to take the head coaching job with the Dallas Mavericks. May's only spent 2 seasons at Michigan, but those were 2 very successful years with a 19-win improvement from the previous season in his first year and a national championship in the second. May will likely see a lot of his old team in the NBA as 3 of the Wolverine starters, Yaxil Lindeborg, Morez Johnson Jr., and Ade Mara. What kind of names are these? These are cool. Are expected to be first-round picks in tonight's NBA draft. It looks like next month's Home Run Derby won't feature the player who hits the most home runs so far this season in the American League. Yordan Alvarez of the Houston Astros told reporters he's still open to taking part in the Derby in the future, but not this year. Alvarez received an invitation to hit in the 2022 Home Run Derby at Dodger Stadium, but went on the injured list with a right hand ailment right before the game. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. K-Bear 101, you don't know how tempted I am every single time I walk past like the Best Western right there in downtown Idaho Falls when I do my my loop around the Greenbelt. I am so tempted every single time to just randomly show up at that hotel on a random Saturday morning and just get the free hotel breakfast, because they're not going to ask you, "Sir, what room are you in?" They're not going to do so. They're just going to serve up the food, right? Hotel breakfasts are the latest social media flex, apparently. Says right here, it's not just about the food, it's the whole vibe, the tray setup, the lighting, the pastries, the coffee, that slow, relaxed morning feeling. Part of why it's blowing up online is that it feels like a luxury that's still relatable, unlike first-class flights or lavish resorts. A hotel breakfast is something people can actually picture themselves experiencing. Do you want soggy biscuits and gravy? Do you want to make your own waffle? Go for it. Do you want a Yoplait yogurt with it too? Because that's what hotel breakfasts have. It goes on to say it also taps into something bigger. Breakfast in everyday life has become rushed and inconsistent. So the hotel version feels special, structured, indulgent, basically turns a simple meal into a main character moment. I'm so tempted just to show up to that Best Western, just show up to a random hotel and get the free breakfast. The only problem is that what if there's a hotel guest that somehow recognizes me, which I feel like is very unlikely, but I also thought I would never get recognized at the gym. Got recognized over the weekend. There was a lady at the front desk. I believe she saw my name and was like, "You're Peaches from K-Bear." I went, "Yeah, I'm trying to get in the moment, you know. Any single time I go to the gym, I try having my headphones in. It's very distracting. Because here's the thing. I try to build myself up when I go into the gym. I want to be all serious. You know how Goldberg back in the day, the wrestler, he would come out to the ring all jacked up with a whole bunch of security guards. He would walk through with the intimidating music. That's what I'm trying to do in my own head. But it's kind of hard to do that when you have to scan your little tag right there at the front desk, make your way up the stairs, then go to the treadmill, and then start your workout. What if I could just barge through? What if I just go, "You already know who I am"? No, I'm not doing that. It's Peach's Pit Party. Now with the Pretty Reckless When I Wake Up, K-Bear 101. So somebody posted in the Am I a Jerk subreddit asking, hey, my coworker, she's going, my back's killing me every single day. And this person got so tired of it, she goes, hey, maybe you should raise your monitor. Your screen is like a foot below eye level and you're hunched over all day. That person who always complains about their back pain got super quiet and then said I was being dismissive of her pain. Now half the office thinks I was rude. I genuinely thought I was being helpful. And I agree with what the top answer says. She doesn't want a solution. She just wants attention and sympathy. I mean, I deal with back pain, but I don't want to walk in and be like, yeah, I'm in pain. No, I just want to get the back pain done and over with. I've gone to the chiropractor multiple times. They've given me the same cookie cutter adjustment. I've gone to physical therapy, which my back was feeling fine. And then I went to that first physical therapy session and they just pressed hard on it. I mean, hard on the back. It almost squeezed a fart out of me. That's how bad it was. And then literally that next morning I woke up and my back was agitated again. Like it was more so my lower right back and not necessarily my hip this time. And it still hurt. But I could not imagine just yelling out around here, I got horrible back issues. I mean, people will see if I'm having horrible back problems because they'll see me walk around the office like a obtuse angle from a geometry homework assignment. It really is bad. So no, if you're offering a suggestion, good. I'm glad. This was a dumb thing to talk about, really. I was like just scrolling here. I'm like, I see this dumb post about back pain. I feel like most people have back problems, especially if you're a taller person like me. Boy, does it suck. I don't wish back pain upon anybody. Of course, the 4th of July, it is coming up, and we have the Idaho Falls Community Hospital Riverfest presented by ICCU and Riverbend Media Group happening once again at Snake River Landing, and it's going to be the largest show ever. Close to 19,000 shells, 31 minutes in length, the Melaleuca Freedom Celebration, the greatest fireworks show I have ever seen, and nothing comes close. Nothing. I always tell my family and friends back at home, hey, come on out and come see this thing. It's the coolest thing ever. Last year, my good buddies Matt and Christian, they came out again for the first time in 4 years to come to Idaho and just hang out, do some hiking, walk around, explore, see the beautiful Idaho scenery. And they got to experience the Melaleuca Freedom Celebration, and their minds were blown. Also, we have to remember the 4th of July. It's a time to celebrate, but it can also be very hard on our veterans. Please be mindful. When you're lighting off your fireworks this Independence Day, check in on your friends and family that have served our great country. Call if you need help. The easiest number to remember is just 988, all right? Also, don't forget fireworks can be terrifying for pets. Make sure they are secured properly. My friends Bryson and Charlotte, going to be hanging out with them, hopefully, because their apartment's right there overlooking Snake River Landing. We get to go on their balcony, watch the Melaleuca Freedom Celebration. I'll make sure no pets leave the building. I don't want to chase after a dog trying to get it to come back to its apartment because someone left their front door open as the fireworks were going on. I hate seeing those posts online. Hey, my dog ran away because I was launching fireworks and we just left the front door open. Usually she stays inside. Well, come on. Gotta do better thinking than that. 4th of July coming up. Let's be safe rather than sorry. Let's have a safe and awesome 4th of July, all right? Here's Greta Van Fleet. Play your games. K-Bear 101. Peach's Pit Party right here on K-Bear 101. I did mention at the start of the show that Victor messed up and we were supposed to give away tickets to a different concert, but instead we're giving away tickets to go see Theory of a Dead Man and Sevendust live at the Mountain America Center, September 23rd. I mean, eventually we're going to do another ticket giveaway for this show, but it was set for a little bit later down the line, but whatever, We'll give away those other tickets maybe just starting this Friday and all of next week. Who knows what Victor is up to with this whole thing. But yeah, we're giving away Sevendust Theory of a Dead Man tickets. You just got to listen for back-to-back tracks from either band, and once you do, be caller 20 at 208-535-1015, and that's literally it. I have seen such horrible news about car accidents here in the area. I'm not even kidding. There's been tons of posts. There was some poor lady that got killed in a car accident, I believe over the weekend or maybe earlier last week. I personally did not know this woman, but there were tons of people on my friends list that were posting nonstop about her. Gone way too soon. And then one of my friends hit me up on Facebook Messenger saying, hey, a lady in my ward just passed away from a car accident. We say this all the time. K-Bear 101 and Brent Gordon Law. We've teamed up with Brent Gordon Law because we care. We want you to have a great and safe summer. Make sure to obey all traffic laws. Watch out for those utterly ridiculous drivers that are just, making their way through town in the most outrageous way possible on their phone. I just watched a video recently of this cop pulling over a woman, not in Idaho, but she was texting with both hands on the phone, thumbs going away. She's texting just like she's sitting there at a seat at a desk, not in a car behind the wheel. And she was also going 20 miles per hour over the speed limit. People like that, you got to watch out for. Know where your blind spots are. Look out for motorcyclists, especially now that the weather's a whole lot warmer. Again, we've teamed up with Brent Gordon Law because K-Bear 101 cares, and also we want to send our condolences to those people here that have lost their lives just by getting into a massive car crash. It's so utterly devastating to see that stuff, man. Let's do some Mastodon. Oh, yeah, speaking of people who got into car accidents, that's just great. Brent Hines, passed away in a motorcycle crash. This is a tribute song to him. Your Ghost Again on K-Bear 101. All right, this thread made me laugh because the top answer just completely caught me off guard, but it's so utterly true. What businesses are likely to die out with the baby boomer generation? The top reply, Elvis impersonators can't have more than a decade left. And then someone replied saying, hey, you have to watch the documentary Kings of Tulsa. It will confirm your thesis. Jeez, I forgot about Mary Kay makeup. That's another, that's actually the most voted for response here. QVC and magazines, commemorative coins and plates. That's right, my mom has a spoon collection. I'm sure there are young people who collect coins, but the whole cabinet full of just china, that's most likely going to die out. What else is there here? Harley Davidson might have a major pivot. Why is that? I don't know much about that whole thing. Actual landlines. That's right. My parents still have theirs. The robot voice comes on every time. Call from Spam Risk. Says that every single time. Nobody actually calls my parents' landline besides, well, I'll do so in case my mom's not answering her cell phone. I'll call the home phone and go, hey, pick up, Mom. Again, we're talking about the question, what businesses are likely to die out with the baby boomer generation? That answer just had me laughing. Elvis impersonators. Can't have more than a decade left. All right, I was not really wanting to admit this on the air. I've been to the laundromat once before, and there was a debate I was having with someone. Is it laundromat? Laundromat? There's an O in the name, so I call it laundromat. But I've heard a lot of people also say laundromat. That's not the whole point of this break, all right? We're not debating how to properly pronounce a word, especially here on K-Bear. But I was wanting to go in there not as a person who doesn't know what to do at a laundromat. I was there before, like I said, with somebody else, but they helped me out with the entire process. I walked in there by myself and was like, okay, what do I do? The reason why, this is my first world problem. You ready for this? I've talked about this on the show before. My comforter. I have a king-sized comforter. I already tried washing it in my washer. I then went to take it out. After the cycle was done, the whole thing was torn up. Luckily, we got it fixed. We sacrificed the throw pillow to put it back to normal, right? Well, now I've been using this laundromat by my place, and personally, I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do here. I don't know what the process is like, and I don't want to go when it's crowded, and I'm like getting in people's ways, and I'm all self-conscious, I'm all overthinking it. So I stupidly, in the parking lot, watched a how-to YouTube short, how to go to a laundromat and do the whole thing. Go through the whole process. Get the detergent from the vending machine. This place does not accept credit card for some reason. I thought they would. No, it's just coins. So I had to go to the ATM, take out $20 out of my checking account, get $10 worth of quarters because, I wanted to not have that many quarters on me. If you put the whole $20 in the coin machine, you're going to have so many quarters. It's ridiculous. Now I have all these quarters in my car that I'll just save for the next time. They're the only place that has a washer big enough for this giant comforter. And I get it washed. I do the thing. I successfully did it. I was like the only person in there, all right? I feel accomplished, but I also feel stupid at the same time that I needed to watch a YouTube short on what exactly to do at a laundromat. Jeez. I admit embarrassing things here on the program. All right, here's Poppy. Time will tell. For some reason recently, I have been fascinated in trying to find art pieces, especially on Facebook Marketplace for whatever reason. My friends and I, we were just perusing Facebook Marketplace. We were on Discord, and we were live streaming each other's screens and looking at the different dumb things that you spot on Facebook Marketplace, which is just downright horrible in some cases and hilarious in the same way. There was a person trying to sell raw milk that looked disgusting. There were people trying to sell vehicles, and what I think I noticed about those pictures is that with these vehicles, I think this is a genius marketing move, by the way. If you're trying to get rid of your car, the best thing you can do is take its picture, put it through ChatGPT, and have AI put like this woman in a bikini next to it because it catches a lot of dudes' attentions. Who's perusing for cars on Facebook Marketplace? I'm not trying to call out singular listeners, but you hear them all the time on Traffic School, powered by the Advocates, and I'm not saying he does this personally. Crazy Carl, older dudes are always into cars. I've told the story on the air before about my friend Bobby from back in the day. He had a 1972 240 Datsun Z, and he used to try his best to impress the ladies driving that thing down Main Street, Huntington Beach. He's revving the engine, all of that. It's bright yellow with a black stripe down the middle. It was a pretty car. Who comes out to appreciate it? Who comes running out of the bars there? A bunch of old dudes going, hey, man, I used to drive one of those things back in the day. I used to take my lady to the beach in that thing. He got the opposite of what he wanted. He got old dudes appreciating his car. So maybe that's the best genius marketing tactic, to try to sell your vehicle on Facebook Marketplace. You just have AI put in some like eye candy onto the picture, and who knows? Maybe you'll get some creeps trying to buy your product. But hey, if they buy it, that's money in your pocket. Oh yeah, that's right. Sunday was Father's Day. There were a lot of people, as per usual, posting about their dad, saying, "My dad's the best dad. My dad's the best dad." All right. He's helped me through a lot. He has provided financial support for pretty much everything. And, well, you know how radio pay is, so trying to get my dad some kind of gift for Father's Day, I mean, it's a struggle. It's a struggle to get him stuff for his birthday. For his 60th last year, I really wanted to get him a pinball machine, but I was like, dude, I can't do that. I would have to pay like a few grand for one of those things, and sorry, Dad, but it might have to wait till your 65th to get you a pinball machine. He's been a supporter of this radio show ever since it started. He reps his K-Bear shirt quite a lot. I believe he still has the QR code at his trophy store for people to download the K-Bear 101 app. He must be doing his job, because we have seen a bunch of downloads from the Southern California area. Either that or people from my high school are like, wait, that guy, that tall dude that played basketball is on the radio? What? And they go to check out my show, and they're like, oh, okay, wow. I did not expect this out of him. But overall, I was not going to get my dad anything. I was going to save my money, give him a phone call, say, hey, happy Father's Day, I appreciate you, that whole thing. But then I was perusing Amazon, and I was like, you know what? I want to put another coffee table book in my living room. I already have the Howard Stern book, Howard Stern Comes Again, that book, that giant book talking about his interviews and all of that. That's on my coffee table. I'm like, why not get a second one? An even bigger coffee table. But I don't want to get one of those stereotypical Louis Vuitton, Chanel, stupid coffee table books that's just bland and full of pictures that nobody ever touches. They're just dust collectors. I mean, most of all, I would say coffee table books are definitely dust collectors overall. But I at least plan to open up the Howard Stern book every once in a while to understand what his mindset is for all the interviews he's ever done in his career. But I was thinking, I'm like, what if I got a funny coffee table book? And I have this one book in particular that's been stuck in my head ever since I saw it at the last bookstore in downtown LA. It was like the top 100 most beautiful toilets in all of the world. So I found a different version of that book that was a whole lot cheaper. It was like $13 for the hardcover. It's only 144 pages. Let me see if I can find the exact title here for you, just in case you wanted to look it up for yourself and grab it for yourself. My dad, he has the same sense of humor as me. You know, we both have weird senses of humor. It's called Lonely Planet Toilets of the World. 100 strange and spectacular thrones. Is it commodes? Is that how you say it? Loos and latrines. He got it right on Father's Day. Again, it's 3.7 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I don't think it's expected to be a good read. You're like, wow, that's a nice toilet. Oh, look at that one. Look at that one. Divided into chapters by continent with every toilet marked on one of 5 maps. Yeah, still on sale on Amazon if you want to buy it. Again, Lonely Planet Toilets of the World. I'm sure if you just look that up, it'll pop right up for you. My dad was greatly appreciative of it. It's going right in his bookshelf next to all the other books that I've stupidly bought him over the years for Father's Day, his birthday, and Christmas. Earlier, I was talking about how I want to get more art pieces for my place. Maybe once I, am finally able to afford something like this, that's when I'll start buying these things. Or maybe I become just an art collector, then sell these other pieces, then buy more expensive pieces, and that's how you get into it. I'm looking at this one particular website, Zatista. It's like Batista, but with a Z. They have all these different art pieces on here, and my question is that who's going to get... Okay, there's a naked man here. Maybe I should scroll down so I don't have that real big on the work computer, and all of a sudden, with my luck, Jade comes walking around the corner. What is Peaches looking at? Why would you want to buy this? It's over $3,000 for a painting of a naked man. It's called Man at Window, and this dude has his butt pointed right at you. He's staring at you, almost seductively. It's kind of creepy looking, actually. His face is kind of creepy. It's like one of those horror movies. And then you got a naked woman on a ladder. What's with naked people, dude? Why do we... I don't know, because I feel like if somebody were to walk in my place, like the way that this lady's posed, too... I don't want to go into detail about it, but if someone were to walk in my place and they just see a giant painting of a naked woman on the wall, I think they would judge me quite harshly, right? There's that type of painting, and then there's like this one called Lemon that's literally just a photograph of half a lemon. Does this photographer also have one of a peach? Should I look up his collection? It's funny how art pieces are. Oh, wait, no. He has tangerine. He has grapefruit. Those are the only 3 fruits he apparently knows. Lemon, grapefruit, tangerine. I was talking to my buddy Bryson over the weekend. I was like, dude, what is it that the older I get that I'm like, you know what? Bland art, that's what I need around my place. I need something other than the ugly yellow that my walls are at my place. It's just gross. Like, my place, ever since I sold a whole bunch of my stuff, it looks like the back rooms in my place. There's no light in the living room unless you turn on the little lamp that I got from Target on the back side of the living room. So if I get home at night, I gotta walk all the way across and make sure not to trip over anything, turn that lamp on, or walk over to the kitchen, turn that light on. But at least the rent is somewhat cheap, right? Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that break. I just wanted to talk about art and why I need to get this naked dude and naked woman off my computer here. That's what I need to do. Let's play some Motionless in White featuring Corey Taylor playing God on Peach's Pit Party. Yes, we have a stereotypical Florida man story for today's What the Headline. This dude injured 2 people by crashing his truck into their vehicle, then tried to get away by stealing the medical transport helicopter sent to treat them. He lost control of his pickup, slammed into another car before flipping over in nearby woods, but he had a good excuse. He was fleeing from the devil. After he climbed out of his totaled truck, he ran towards the crash scene, hopped into the chopper, which he tried unsuccessfully to steal. Cops then placed him into a patrol car, drove him to a nearby hospital for examination, but he refused to walk into the building, had to be physically escorted inside by deputies. I wonder how that flight went. It says he tried unsuccessfully to steal the helicopter. Did he was he not able to get it in the air at all? Because I'm sure trying to use one of those things, man. There's been a lot of accidents involving helicopters as of late, claiming the lives of, back in 2020, it was Kobe Bryant. Just earlier this year, Oliver Tree passed away in a helicopter crash. 2 helicopters in Rio de Janeiro crashed into each other. I like how this story is called the Copter Caper. That's today's Florida Man What the Headline right here on K-Bear 101. So we already talked about how Boston is just running out of beer at bars around the city because all the Scottish fans are over there for the World Cup and they're just drinking the beer out of these places. Well, a Boston liquor store in particular has become a major hotspot for these Scottish soccer fans because of its hilarious name. Thousands of sports fans have flooded the city for the World Cup. And of course, like I mentioned, they're drinking local bars and shops dry. But one small liquor store has gone viral because its name means something very different in Scottish slang. The shop is called, is it Joby? Joby Liquors? I believe it's probably just Joby. The owner named it after his parents, Joan and Billy. But he had no idea that Jobby is the Scottish slang word for poop. Now, laughing fans are making trips to the store just to take pictures under the sign, kind of like there's that local market in Idaho Falls. I don't know if I can even say the name of it on the air. Uses an outdated term, and I've been meaning to take a picture outside the place. I know Brad Williams, the famous little person, the famous comedian, when he came to the Colonial Theater in June of last year, he took a video outside of it, said he can get anything free inside that place. I've been meaning to take pictures of local weird or Idaho weird landmarks, kind of like how there's that lake that I can't even say the name of on the air, starts with a B. The owner said he is thrilled by the unexpected joke, especially since the fans are buying tons of beer, keeping his cash register ringing. Yeah, of course. You got Scottish fans buying all the liquor, buying all the beer, buying all the booze overall. Who cares if you're a poop liquor store? You're making the money. Here's Black Label Society, Name in Blood on K-Bear 101. Peach's Pit Party about to wrap up here. You know, like I mentioned on the show previously, Gen Z likes to put the word maxing at the end of things. Like, hey, if you're eating healthy, you're diet maxing. If you're trying to increase your fiber intake, you're fiber maxing. This summer, it's all about shell maxing, is what it says here. The trend is wearing beachy, ocean-inspired jewelry, like shells, starfish, and fish charms. Yeah, dude, what's that around your neck? Well, I got a giant mouth sea bass right here. It's a chain, dude. I bedazzled it even. There's a place called the Shell Shop in Seal Beach, California. I've taken my friends from Idaho there just to see what I've seen or see what I grew up with. You know, it's this unique spot where there's these little trinkets, these little souvenirs. Most of them are rather cheap, but it's still fun to go inside and buy those shells and buy the little dumb things here and there. They got fridge magnets and all of that. And I bought a few of their fridge magnets, but they got to take advantage of this. They got to shell max to the extreme. They really got to amp up their conch shell necklaces, their oyster pearl necklaces, their magic conch shell bracelets. I don't know. The clunkier, the better. Shell max to the max, I guess. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.